what happens because of his withdrawal of troops? Now, there's a risk that 2 decades of reform which are brought in Afghanistan will falter because the moment US troops withdraws, Taliban will keep attacking in a major way, and that will again bring back Afghanistan into the old, whole civil war concept which was there. Hi, today we are looking at Economic Times editorials. Basically, Afghan challenge for President-elect Biden is the topic. 2nd December 2020. So, what does it basically look like? So if you look at the major points are uh, issues. Trump has decided to remove troops from the Afghanistan. He is reducing it to 2,500, basically to ensure that the US installations are safe. And that's the reason 2,500 troops are kept, and remaining all the troops they are withdrawn. Now, Afghanistan conflict has been a major conflict from a long time. The US interfered, Russia interfered, and they supported opposing teams. And there was a major war which was there, because of which Afghanistan completely got shattered, mainly because of the interference of Russia and US. If they had cooperated and ensured there was peace, it would have been much better. But yes, so today Afghanistan is in shambles. But uh, they have been trying to improve over a period of time. The last 2 decades have been constant endeavor to ensure that peace comes in. There was also Doha agreement between Taliban and the US, but the Taliban has not kept their promise and they kept on attacking Afghanistan. As a matter of fact, the number of attacks in the recent past have increased. Okay, and the Doha agreement between the US and Taliban have not fructified basically. So Afghanistan is still moving back into shambles. And yes, there are a few American casualties which are there, they're getting killed, and therefore Trump has decided to bring back the US troops. The whole Trump's policy has been non interference. He wants to look at America as a separate nation, building upon its own economy and not interfering with other economies as such, which was not what America was in the past. If you look at America was always on the forefront of trying to play a major role across the globe. And there were positives and negatives of that. So I'll not get into details of it, but there were positives and there were negatives, both aspects of it. Now, what happens because of his withdrawal of troops? Now, there's a risk that 2 decades of reform which are brought in Afghanistan will falter because the moment US troops withdraws, Taliban will keep attacking in a major way, and that will again bring back Afghanistan into the old, whole civil war concept which was there. This could also ensure that once maybe Taliban or others gain foothold in Afghanistan, that could become a launchpad for terror attacks across the globe. That's what happened. So when Afghanistan becomes a hold of Taliban, or they have a control over their own place, and automatically they will have a leeway in terms of attacking across the globe to put terror attacks. And I mean, if you look at Osama bin Laden attack from the Afghan-Pakistan border, and if moment they have a base out there, it becomes easier for them to attack across the globe, which is a concern for everyone, right? From India to US to everyone is a concern. Okay, that is a major issue which is out there for withdrawing the troops. And the negatives which are there. Now, what are the possible solutions Biden could make? He could ask NATO troops to increase, because right now we cannot do. He'll be taking power only on January 20th, and the troops will withdraw before that. So he can maybe ask NATO troops to be positioned out there till he tries to overthrow Trump's decision. That's one option that Biden has. If he decides that he wants to continue with regards to Afghanistan and ensure that Afghanistan remains as is, another option is he can completely withdraw, which could create Afghanistan into complete chaos and can create more problems with regards to terror across the globe. So we'll have to see what decision Biden takes. But Afghanistan is majorly a bone of contention, and Trump used this in his election campaign, where he said that Biden wants to send American troops outside to get killed, whereas Trump wants to bring back American troops. So that's what the whole contention between Trump and Biden was in the election era. So a little bit read about Afghanistan, read about the whole aspects. This is little points with regards to Afghanistan versus how US in US Trump and Biden's policies differs with regards to the whole aspect about Afghanistan. Hope that helps. This is a link for the article which you can go to it. Thank you.